with all of you, alhamdulillah. We talked about the first thing the ulama mentioned in Islam, especially in the book of Hadith, which is al-ikhlas, sincerity. And we covered a great deal, alhamdulillah, of many ahadith read by our brother, our host, Brother Azmi. Takbir. Today I would like you to go to another chapter. So what I will do, we will take only the first 2-3 hadith of each chapter. The rest, please read on your own. You know what I mean? Because the most important thing is to cover as many chapters as we can. 2-3 hadith enough. If we just practice one hadith, mashallah. One hadith of ikhlas, one hadith of jihad, one hadith of salat, one hadith, mashallah, great deal of knowledge. So what I am going to tell you, please, to do is this. We're going to go to the next chapter. Repentance, page 79. Tawbah. And let's see what Allah Azza wa Jal and His Messenger Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam want us to do during Tawbah. And what does it mean, Tawbah? What does it mean? Okay. Tawbah number 1 means to return. Tawbah is to return. To who? To Allah. Why? Because you just came from Him. It's He who created you. And the crime you committed was against Him. Because He told you not to do that thing. Whatever thing you did, which is considered haram. So, go back to Him. Instead of running away from Him. Because you cannot run away from Allah. Remember this. There is no run away from Allah except to Him. لا ملجأ من الله إلا إليه. No shelter from God except to Him. So you better run to Him instead of running away. How long? You just keep wasting time. Month after month, year after year, no tawbah. One day He catches you, death. So repent. Say, oh, I made mistake. He forgives. Let's see about tawbah. Yalla. Chapter 2. Are you all in 79? Please. Yalla. Bismillah.
Chapter 2, repentance.
Yes.
Man was created from the earth as Allah SWT and His Messenger SAW tell us in the noble Quran and Sunnah. Allah SWT says, and to Allah belongs all that is in the heavens and all that is on the earth. And He may requite those who do evil with that which they have done, that is, punish them in hell, and reward those who do good with what is best, that is paradise. Those who avoid the major sins and al-fawahish, illegal sexual intercourse and the like, except the small faults. Verily your Lord is fast forgiveness. He knows you well when He created you, your father Adam, alayhi salam, from the earth, and when you were fetuses in your mother's wombs. So ascribe not cruelty to yourself. He, Allah SWT, knows best. Him who fears Allah and He that keeps His duty to Him.
Very good. This ayah in Surah 53, Allah Azza wa Jal says, وَلِلَّهِ مَا فِي السَّمَاوَاتِ وَمَا فِي الْأَرْضِ. Surah Al-Najm. To Allah belongs all what is in heavens and earth. Everything, including you and me. We belong to Allah. Why? Why Allah created heavens and earth, created humans? لِيَجْزِيَ. Because there is jaza, there is reward Yawm al-Qiyamah for those who have done good, and there is punishment for those who did bad. Why teacher gives exam? Why? Tests. Why there are tests in school? So that he will know who is A plus student, who is F. Some will be fired from the school, some will pass to higher levels. So tests are like that. Allah created these things and made us test for each other. He made the sickness test, like now. He made disturbances between husband and wife, test. He made your own employees trying to steal your money, although you gave him a job. He made Prime Minister with all the money he has still corrupt and tried to steal. Example. Already Allah gave you position. What do you want more? He give you children who may be naughty to test you. Allah is testing you. If you be patient and grateful, which is not easy to do, patient and grateful, then Allah will give you Jannah. If you are ungrateful and impatient, then sorry, you missed the test. You didn't pass. So Allah Azza wa Jalla is saying this is why. Then He said, you will make mistakes. As long as you avoid major sins, you're fine. Even with the major sins, if you repent, you're fine. So here is why the ayah is about Tawbah. Look what it is. الذين يجتنبون كبائر الإثم والفواحش إلا اللمم. Those who avoid major sins and fawahish, haram things, except the small sins, faults. These people will be given واسع المغفرة. Allah will give them wide forgiveness. Allah will forgive all their sins. Sisters and brothers, do you know that by avoiding major sins, Allah will forgive all your minor sins? يوم القيامة, when Allah calls you, when He finds you without a major sin, no shirk, no riba, no zina, no killing, no sorcery, no disobedience to parents, no this one, shahadat zur, false testimony, the major sins that Allah Azza wa Jal has forbidden. If you have not done this, all your minor sins will be forgiven. Huh? All even if they are as many as the drops of the sea, water. Because you didn't commit major sins. How about someone who committed major sin and repented? Does Allah still forgive his minor sins? Yes. Because he repented. He or she returned to Allah. So this is why we need to repent every day. Because we don't know if we sin. Actually, sometimes we know. But sometimes you don't know you have sinned. You may have said the wrong word. You may have looked at someone low. You may have thought of someone bad. And he's not that. So your tawbah every day. Astaghfirullah wa atubu ilayh. Astaghfirullah wa atubu ilayh. MashaAllah erases those sins. Yawm al-Qiyamah, no sins. And Allah looks very highly at those who don't commit major sins. Alhamdulillah, the person never did zina. Never did what we call lying, big lies. Which brings me to a question of sister. Sorry. Now, when I talk about lies, I remember that you had a question. Every lie is a lie. Okay. But sometimes you are allowed not to lie, but not to tell the truth. Not telling the truth doesn't mean you have to lie. For example, you skip the question. Somebody may ask you a question. Am I pretty? If you say no, World War III will start just now.
Subject.
No. You can say, MashaAllah. Every creation of Allah is beautiful. And you are one of them. And you mean her heart. The heart of this woman is good. Don't tell her, I'm sorry, my dear wife, but you are not. Oh, khalas, you are dead that day. Shaheed. Don't say no, Sheikh Zoubir taught us not to lie. She is not beautiful. But do you know every human being is beautiful? You know why? Here is the evidence. Allah said, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم, لقد خلقنا الإنسان في أحسن تقويم. We created man in the most perfect fashion. So, if you are looking for special beauty of Cinderella, we don't know that beauty. How about that? We don't care about it. Your wife tells you, do you think I gain weight? Oh my God. Do you think I'm gomo? Do you tell her yes?
I said it depends.
Yeah. It depends, you are dead. Just smile and say, Subhanallah, I will always like you, no matter what. And put your helmet quickly on. Because that for her, yes, I got in way. You know what I mean? This lady is always put us in trouble.
That's opinion.
And then they tell me the truth. Don't lie to me. You're too fat. How about that? That's the truth. You gain weight. La ilaha illallah. They torture you. You tell the truth, you are still in trouble. you don't say the truth, you are in trouble with Allah. La ilaha illallah.
But that's opinion. So you cannot, you.
Which opinion? The wife tells you, did I gain weight? And you see her gaining weight. Which opinion? Tell her, here is the balance, check. Last month, she was, let's say, 72. Now she's 75. You cannot deny that. Special, la ilaha illallah. Remember the story of the Prophet ﷺ when someone asked him, where are you from? He said, from water. He didn't lie. The man thought there is a place called water, but he meant from water. Allah created us from water. Because if he said we are from Mecca, that was during the evasion, when he ran away from, during the hijrah, he was running away from kuffar. Imagine he told them, oh, there was two men just passed by and they said they are from Mecca. It could be Muhammad ﷺ and Abu Bakr ﷺ catch them. He said from water. So the man thought there is a place called water he doesn't know about. Where are you from? Someone asks you. And you are in trouble if you say Malaysia. Say Johor, wherever you are from, which city. Then he thinks there is a country called Johor. That's his problem. He understood. Tell him Kampung, your Kampung. He will not find it. Especially if he's Orang Putih. You know, Kampung Kayuara. What example? I am from Kayuara. Oh, I never heard of this country. Leave him. Don't say, no, it's not a country. Then he kills you. Because you are from Malaysia. Serious, serious. During fear and this and that. You know what I mean? But can you give an example, Sister Fatna, that maybe could happen? Then, if it's true.
For example, your mother asks you where you're from. You don't want to tell that you're from. You went shopping, you didn't take her. So you said, oh, I'm from my house.
No.
You know? So just not to hurt her because not taking her along. You know?
Okay, very good. But you came from your house.
But
From your house to
to the
the...
shop.
Yeah, from the house.
Oh, just say from the
But if she asks now, where are you coming from? Jalan Uduraya, or whatever Jalan. You know what I mean? Still, you can...
Still a lie, lah.
No, it's not a lie.
It's not a lie.
You are not telling what you know what will make her upset, for example. You know what I mean? For example, who were you with? Let's say if you are with that person, she really doesn't like it. But there was another third person. Then mention the third person.
Must be smart, lah.
Be smart.
Smart.
Because you know it's going to cause her pain.
Yeah.
But to say, no, I was with nobody, that's a lie.
That's a lie.
Yeah.
But when you say that you are trying to patch husband and wife, let's say, so that you are allowed to lie to act literally.
It's not lie, no. Like in counseling, I hear this sister problem. So definitely she will say many bad things about her husband because she's angry with him. But I will make her sure, say, sister, he has never been nice to you? For sure she will say once, at least once. Okay, good. That small thing that he was nice one day, magnify it when you meet. Say, brother, mashallah, your wife said good things about you. You are not lying. You made her say something, at least one good. And then, based on that, you magnify, because you are fighting the shaitan. Shaitan, okay, tell her, she said 99 bad things about you. Oh, now.
Okay.
Same thing for her. This is very important. This technique, use it when you counsel people. Because in counseling, you need to look for good. Or don't counsel. Tell them, you know what I mean? Don't counsel anyone if you are not going to look for the good. Stay away. It's a lost battle. You want to fix marriage between brother and sister, between brother and brother, between sister and sister, always look at the good.
There's a story, Sheikh,
Yeah.
about a guy. He was sitting in the house like this. A guy came, ran into the house, chased by a few people.
Chase.
Yeah, he did not know whether this guy was good or whatever. The guy ran under the table, and he stood up. When he came in, did you see the guy came? I see one standing, I didn't see him.
Yes. Correct.
Sinta is over.
Correct.
I didn't see him.
Correct.
He's lying, right? No.
He came to his house.
Yes.
No, it is not a lie, because they could have killed him.
Yeah.
Even if they are right because there is law, you cannot kill someone, even if he has done something, because if they catch him and kill him, so he saved their life and saved them from punishment of the law. Okay, but he has full right to catch him and say, tell me your story. If he is Muslim, oppressed, he let him go. If he is oppressor, he should send him to the police, not to them. You know what I mean? Because there is justice. But at that very moment, say, I haven't seen anyone. I don't see anyone, and he should look up, because someone is in danger. You know what I mean? Yeah, this is different. This is different. Okay? May Allah never put you in a situation to lie. Ameen. Ya. So Allah Azza wa Jal in Surah An-Najm said, He created you from the earth. Why He keeps saying He created you from the earth? Because to earth we will return, so you better return to Allah before you return to the earth, meaning death. Tawbah, make tawbah before death. Rasulullah ﷺ said, if two things happen to you, Allah will not accept the tawbah. One of two, either death here, once your soul reaches the throat, you know, the soul will be pulled from our body to the throat. The second one, if the sun rises from the west, Allah will not accept tawbah. You may live long after the sun rises from the west. You may live long, many years. Allah will not accept the tawbah anymore. You should have done it before. Or for us mainly is here. When death comes to when someone is in bed. Now he wants to pray, now it's not too late. Is this clear? حتى إذا حضر أحدكم الموت, until one of you is visited by death. These are the two situations where Allah doesn't accept the tawbah. May Allah save us. These are the only people who are protected, the prophets and the messengers. You and I are liable to make sins, and we are responsible, right? So, Alhamdulillah, Allah gave us something else. There is problem, we can sin, right? And we are going to sin, and he's a liar who said I didn't sin. Okay? Inshallah, hopefully not major sin. Say Ameen. You may have said the wrong word, may have looked at a woman, these things can happen, right? Even major sins can happen. But Allah, alhamdulillah, as He gave you the dot, He gave you the antidote. You are weak, you are liable, you are responsible. But He gave you what to do. It's like disease. He gave you disease, but He also gave you medicine. Please understand this. If someone gets sick and refuses any medical treatment, is he doing the right thing?
No.
And is it wrong to get sick?
No.
No, it's not wrong. What is wrong is to refuse treatment. You don't want the treatment. It's not like you don't want chemo, you don't want antibiotic, you don't want even herbs, you don't want nothing. That is wrong, right? Same thing. If you sin, you don't go to the tawbah, or you look ugly now. Because there is tawbah. Sin, we all sin. And tawbah, few people do tawbah. Every human being sins, except the prophets. Please remember. Everyone can make tawbah. When you don't make tawbah, Allah will ask you, why did you sin and not make tawbah? I gave you tawbah. Ya Allah, you made me sin. Hasha lillah. Allah will never make us sin. We chose to sin. Can you say, Ya Allah, you didn't want me to make tawbah? No, you didn't want. Masjid was near you. MashaAllah, salat was, as sajada was in your house. Water was available. What do you want? Go make wudu and pray. No. So, like we think someone is really crazy for not taking medicine, we say someone is really crazy when he refuses tawbah. Because tawbah, alhamdulillah, Allah, He didn't say you will not make sin. He said when you make sin, make tawbah. This is the only thing Allah doesn't forgive. If you die with it. What is it? Shirk. Inna shirka la dhulmun adhim. Because when the Sahaba heard that ayah, verse 82, Surah 6, they said, who among us didn't commit a sin? We are all going to hell. Rasulullah ﷺ showed them the sin that is not forgiven, which is the shirk. So because they were all panicking. They said, for example, some of us killed their daughters alive, baby daughter, he suffocated her. Somebody committed zina, somebody was drinking alcohol, somebody killed, somebody took money from people, road robbery, somebody involved in riba. They were all panicking. Rasulullah ﷺ said, wait, that's not what is meant. What is meant is the shirk. Now, when you become Muslim, you still go to Bomo. You read the horoscope. You really are into horoscope. You want to know what happened today, what may happen today for the people born between this date and this date. And you are one of them. You read cards. You go to auntie, your auntie asks you to give her your palm. You don't say, no, auntie, no, I'm sorry, I cannot. You just give her, and say, she's old lady, it's okay, let her. Then she starts saying things, and they start playing on your psyche. This shirk. Or you go to a graveyard and worship someone, or ask Allah in front of the graveyard, believing that the graveyard, because you are in this place, because of this holy man who is buried here, Allah will answer your prayers. This is shirk, sisters. Be very careful, brothers. Ask Allah anywhere, 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 and anytime. Allah will answer you, inshallah. You don't need to go in front of something, especially if that is dead person, because you believe now in the dead. He's dead. So, Allah is saying that it is those who believe in the oneness of Allah and worship none but Him alone and confuse not their belief with dhulm. They said, we did so many wrong things in our life. No, the dhulm here means the shirk. Meaning, while they were believing in Allah, they were not mixing. Many Muslims mix, sisters, brothers, today. Many Muslims commit shirk. Wallahi al-Adim, it's just they don't understand. For example, sister, you say, I feel good when I go to the graveyard near Habib so and so. What does it mean? What does it mean you feel good? What does it mean you feel good? It means you hope in him. He's dead man. May Allah bless him. He could be a very good alim and person who served Allah. Lot of shirk, sisters, happening. Sheikh, when we go to this Habib so and so, we sit there for a few hours, we come back. So, when you ask Allah, you don't feel, huh? So it is He who gives you the sense of achievement, the sense of peace. It's not Him. A lot of people do this. They go to Habib so and so. So tomorrow Sheikh Zoubir dies, Habib Zoubir, and everybody comes and
Ustaz come and read the water and
Still.
ask you to drink.
No. It's good scientifically. Like now we are reading Quran and Hadith, right? The water around us, inshallah, will get some barakah. But to believe because of that man, no, it's because of the Quran. It's not because of that man. Rasulullah ﷺ said, when someone dies, all of his actions come to an end. Come to an end, except three. The Prophet was very clear. When you die and I die, sisters, and Habib so and so die, and anyone, all his deeds come to an end, except three, right? What are it? Ilmun nafi'. He left ilm. He or she. Sadaqa jariyah. You dug a well, you, mashallah, made something that people are still benefiting from. Number three, dua of the children. Right? Okay, good. You are saying no. There is another thing that the Prophet ﷺ missed. What is it? And that is, he cures. He still cures people. That's why you come and say, my daughter is sick. I want you to cure her. That's why you bring the daughter near the maqam, and sometimes they do terrible things. Maybe you haven't seen. I've seen. You bring a blind and hoping that he becomes this. Leprosy, take them to hospital. These things are still being practiced in many places in the Muslim Ummah. Alhamdulillah, maybe here you haven't seen, especially the youngsters. But ask your parents, they grew up like that. Believing in the super unnatural powers that maqam may have. This is mixing belief in Allah with mixing belief in that. That is the dhulm. Look, that is shirk. Where is Iyaka na'budu? Iyaka, only you we worship. And only you, Ya Allah, we seek help from. You're seeking help from a dead man. At least if I go to Brother Nasser and say, Brother Nasser, please help me. At least he is alive. He may help one way or another. That person, he is waiting for your dua. May Allah forgive him. May Allah give him Jannah. And you're telling him, help me. If he comes out, he said, you're crazy, then he goes back. You should help me, not the other way. La ilaha illallah. So please understand, by doing, Rasulullah said only 3 things. All his actions had ended. So you say, no. He still has the power of healing. He still has the power of helping the sisters who cannot get pregnant. You know what I mean? A lot of still shirk going on, my sisters and brothers. And the first thing Islam came to free us from, wallahi, is from the shirk. You don't know why the Jews and Christians went astray. They had 2 great prophets of Allah. Musa alayhi salam with the book. And Isa alayhi salam with the book. What happened to them? The shirk. The shirk destroyed them. غير المغضوب عليهم اليهود ولا الضالين نصارى. Now many Muslims are also. This is very serious issue what we are talking about. Because repentance of what? Okay, alhamdulillah, you don't do zina, you don't do riba, you don't do it, but you still go to Bomo. That is the problem. You still believe in the saint so and so, wali. Wali was a good man, he served Allah, that's it. Oh, a lot of shirk still going on in the Muslim Ummah. Be careful, my sisters and brothers, because that's time 0. You know the time 0? You have, mashallah, big number, time 0 becomes 0. So all you did, good. Salat, Siyam, Zakat, Hajj, time 0. Why? Because you had problem in the faith. The foundation was wrong. No matter how big you build, it will fall. The foundation. And you know foundation, sorry, you cannot say, no. From day 1, you have to get it right. That's why we need reminder. Do you know Rasulullah in every khutbah used to remind Sahaba from and warn them from shirk? While he was still alive with them, he was telling them, Ittaqullah wa la tushriku bihi shay'a. Fear Allah and don't commit shirk. Sahaba, Abu Bakr, Umar, Uthman, these are khalas. But still remind them. Because he knows, after he goes, people start. For example, I give you a form of shirk. Fearing police, but you don't fear Allah. You are not doing that crime because police is there. The moment police are, what? That's shirk. Because Allah said, fear me and don't fear anyone else. You are fearing the police. The moment the police go away, you do that wrong thing. So it means, where is the shirk? You associated Allah and the police in fear. You love somebody more than Allah. Or equal. That is shirk. Allah should be top. Remember the 3 verses 8? There are 3 things. If careful, 8 things you cannot love them more than 3. If you do that, you are indeed kafir. Allah says, wait for my punishment then. You want quickly this 8? Some of you were not in the lecture. There are 8 things in dunya. It's okay to like them. It's normal. But you cannot love them more than Allah and His Messenger and jihad. These 3 should be, meaning all Muslims, Wahai Muslims, love Allah first, love His Prophet second, and love jihad, meaning do not be afraid to speak the truth. Jihad doesn't mean just to go to fight. Jihad, to stand up in front of tyrant and speak in his face. In his face. That is jihad. Jihad of a woman is what? Hajj. If a woman goes to Hajj, she has done the Hajj. What is the jihad of an old man or a sick man? Hajj. Jihad of healthy people, mashallah, go to war. Jihad of ulama, to teach and to speak the truth and to keep advising the community, because otherwise Muslims go wrong. So these are 8 things, quickly. Your love to your parents, your children, your brothers and sisters, your spouses, your tribes, you know, the tribe you belong to, your property, no, not property, your money, your wealth, then your business and profession that you're afraid of losing, and then your houses you purchased or you built. If you love these 8 more than Allah, His Messenger, and jihad, Allah says you are losers. He didn't say don't like them. He said don't like them more. Meaning if you have to sacrifice, you sacrifice these 8. Why? Why? If we have to sacrifice, we sacrifice these 8. But not Allah and His Messenger and jihad. Without Allah and His Messenger and jihad, there is no akhirah for you. You lose your akhirah. But here, this is the dunya. If you lose the dunya. I see. If you lose a house, Allah may give you a better house in dunya, let alone in akhirah. If you lose your husband, sister, you lose your husband dies or divorces you because he doesn't want you to wear hijab anymore. I know a sister whose husband, a'udhu billah, shaitan in human form. SubhanAllah, this sister, I never forget this sister. She was one of the most impressive people I met in my life. She was very rich. Can you believe this? I mean, she was not rich, she was wife of a rich man. And he thought, alhamdulillah, she started finding the deen, attending my classes. One day came home, he got so angry at her, and he told her the house became janaza. Why? Because she loves to watch, mashallah, Quran channel. She plays Quran. He's coming, he started telling her that, what is this and this. And then he said, take off the hijab. She said, you should be proud that I am wearing the hijab. Because men don't look at me anymore like they used to. He said, no. Children, money, wealth. I'm telling you, wealth. She said to me, Sheikh, please advise him. So I said, okay. So he was kind enough actually to meet. We met. I was shocked, my brothers and sisters, that he doesn't even pray. And when I told him, brother, you should fear Allah, you know, prayer is not... he said, I know, but I'm not going to pray, like that. You know, at that moment, she said, Wallahi, between you and me, that's it. She had children with him. One of them was 28 years old. She didn't live with him 2 years. And he said, I will not give you anything. She said, I don't want anything. She left him. She left the kids. She's living with her mother in Jerusalem. She's Palestinian. With her old mother. And she's taking care of her. And she said, Sheikh, I found the true meaning of happiness. I was just lying to myself, living with a rich man who didn't even do sujood to Allah. But now when he declared that, what he told me, which I told him very dangerous, he said, there is no salat. I said, oh, wait a minute. I said, sit down. He was in my house. I told him, sit down. He was, because now arrogant, so I start talking to him like he's arrogant. I said, sit down. He sat down. He got scared. I said, number one, adab of family. We gave you our time. You are in my house. And we are talking like brothers and sisters. He brought some friends of his brother, he brought his brother, she brought another sister. And I told him, at least respect the people. What you said just now qualifies you to be kafir murtad. He said, I don't care. I said, okay, get out of my house. And he left. So that sister told me, Sheikh, now, alhamdulillah, she said, now, alhamdulillah, I have seen with my eyes and heard with my ears. And I said, sorry, sister, that he did this. She said, alhamdulillah, Sheikh, wallahi. I thought she will. Sister, well, she put gold from here to here, all the way. She left everything. She's with Allah. She said, I really found the true happiness. I was not happy, Sheikh. I was just lying to myself. MashaAllah. What I'm saying is, look how some men behave and some women also behave. Na'udhu billah. Why? You may say, may Allah forgive me. Inshallah, one day I start praying. But you say, no, there is nothing called prayer. Then I told him, you were born in Jerusalem. Abu Lahab was also born in Mecca. Abu Lahab and Abu Jahl born where? Can you beat that? You were born where? Kuala Lumpur or Subang. The enemies of Allah were born. So some people think because I am Saudi or I was born in Mecca, I know more than you. No. Oh yeah, they have that attitude. Oh, careful. Yeah. Like you are afraid of Sheikh, but you are not afraid of Allah. Oh, Sheikh is coming, cover. MashaAllah, sisters, all cover. No, if only a man is coming, you cover. No, you are not covering because Sheikh is coming. Actually, you are not. It's not because only women. If you're only women and a man is coming, you should cover. But no. Like Sheikh, I know, like I caught one sister without hijab. And she was blue, red, yellow. I said, take the breath.
Oh my
Why?
God.
Why you did it to yourself? Because she takut of me now. I said,
Malu.
yeah, like man. Why you're not man of Allah? I said, take breath. Are you okay? Yeah, I know it's you, I said. You look ugly, I said. You look nice with hijab.
But that's sinning, not shirk, no? It's
No,
sinning.
it's a form of shirk. To be afraid of someone more than you are afraid of Allah.
You do it not for the sake of Allah.
No, I said, sister, just... No, like why you panic? Should be normal. Like you are with Allah. Who is more important? Who should be feared? Allah or a person? So it means you are still takut of people.
Talking about Bobo, Sheikh, Bobo.
Ah.
It's called Bobo to come along. And take out the spirit of the boy. So we use the Bobo, take out.
Which is wrong. Yeah. Some people send the spirit on you so that you start talking different language. And the voice of a man, a woman is talking like a man or speak another language. Yeah, Siamese, they do that a lot. Especially, southern Thailand, northern Malaysia, Kedah, Atlanta, the Bomo there, and Perlis, they can bring those. You can even purchase a jinn. Just don't go there. Don't go that you go there, you never get out. So they bring this Bomo to release that. Actually, it's still wrong. It's like calling. Is
wrong with the wrong.
It's like killing a baby that was born out of haram. Because someone committed zina, say, let's kill the baby. Well, that's double sin. So what to do? You bring an imam, or you read Quran on her, or on him. You yourself. With Quran, with time. But you need to keep. It's not just, Sheikh, I read one juz, it didn't. No. He's already getting tired. He's getting tired. The shaitan inside her. He will get out because he cannot. It's like you're trying to sleep and someone is making noise, right? You can't. You say, stop it. So a moment he will speak up. Stop. Why you do this to me? Then you tell him, get out or I keep reading on you. Until he leaves. But the other one, because he has a jinn, he knows how to get it out quickly. Then you sell yourself to the bomo. You run away from a problem. You fall into another bigger problem. It's like running away from burning charcoal to fall into fire. No. Run to the water. The water is sunnah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. When you have problem here and problem here, both are problems. Run to what is a third, what we call the third solution, which is sunnah of Rasulullah. So we can do that through the Quran, but not through. But Sheikh, this Bomo also reads Quran. I know, but he's bringing with him, he's covering himself with the Quran. But he's bringing with him another jinn. Allahu Akbar. Yeah. Oh, it's another world. You're right, brother. And still now, it's not just those days. Huh? Still, until today, there are people doing that.
Yes.
Takbir. Okay, continue. And remember when Luqman, we read that ayah. Islam.
Islam does not impose penalties on people who flee to their creator seeking his forgiveness.
Alhamdulillah.
It does not oblige its followers to buy indulgences as was prevalent in Europe, nor does it compel them to offer sacrifices to atone for sins. If one commits a misdeed or wrongs himself, he should hurry to Allah SWT without any mediation whatsoever.
Without any mediation. Between you and Allah. No need to sacrifice for something. No need to go and give money to the, like in Europe. Remember the confession? You sin, you go to a person like me, behind, and he says, yes. You say, Father, I sinned yesterday. What did you do? I did this. Oh, I see. Yeah, he said, okay, I'm ready. Okay, don't do it again, huh? Then you do it again. Then you just keep coming, you know. This is haram. In Islam, you don't do that. If you sin, don't even tell people. Between you and Allah. Khalas, Allah covered you. Why you go expose yourself? Go pray 2 rak'ahs. Do some sadaqat lillahi ta'ala. But no, I need to sacrifice a black sheep or no. All that, wal-'iyadhu billah, is no intermediate between you and Allah. The moment you put, this is shirk. Even in tawbah, even when Allah gave you a chance to repent, you want to do shirk. Careful, my sisters. Very good. Give this ayah that we're going to show you, to people who sin, and tell them, look what the Jews have done. With all the major sin they committed, if they have asked Allah to forgive them, He would have forgiven them. But they refused. So, you might not even do what the Jews and the Christians have done. Alhamdulillah, you will never speak bad about Maryam alayhi salam. Like the Jews say, she committed zina. They accuse, may Allah curse them. You will never, for example, say Allah has a son. Right? Like the Christians and Jews. They did that. And still Allah was ready to forgive them if they asked. But they refused. So let's see this ayah. Surah At-Tawbah, verse 30-33.
And the Jew says, Uzziah, Ezra is the son of Allah. And the Christians say, Messiah is the son of Allah. These are the words from their mouths, resembling the sayings of those who disbelieved aforetime. Allah's curse be on them, how they are deluded and away from the truth. They, Jews and Christians, took their rabbis and their monks to be their lords besides Allah, by obeying them in things which they made lawful and unlawful, according to their own desires, without being ordered so by Allah. And they also took as their Lord Messiah, sons of Mary, while they, Jews and Christians, were commanded in the Torah and Al-Injil to worship none but one God, La ilaha illahu huwa. None has the right to be worshipped but He. Praise and glory be to Him from having any partners they associate with Him.
Okay.
They, the disbeliever, the Jews and the Christians, want to extinguish Allah's light, with which Muhammad ﷺ had been sent, Islamic monotheism, with their mouths, but Allah will not allow except that His light should be perfected, even though the disbeliever hate. It is He, Allah, who has sent His messenger Muhammad ﷺ with guidance and the religion of truth, Islam, to make it superior over religions, even though the polytheists, pagans, idolaters, disbelievers in the oneness of Allah hate it.
Very good. See, stop here for a while. Surah At-Tawbah, sisters, we have seen these verses, if you remember. When the Jews said Uzair is the son of Allah. Na'udhu billah. And the Christians said, Al-Masih ibn Allah. Isa is the son of God. Na'udhu billah. That's what they said. Allah said, I was ready to forgive them if they have asked forgiveness, with all what they ascribe to Allah. Meaning Tawbah, He's willing to. But they continued. Not only they continued, they started, na'udhu billah, trying to even extinguish the nur of Allah, which they can never, through their tongues. Meaning talk bad about Islam. Media, like the media today. Wallahu mutimmu nurihi walau kariha al-kafirun. And Allah will complete His and perfect His light, even if the disbelievers don't like it. Meaning Islam will take the world. And it is, brothers and sisters. Good news. You know how many people are becoming Muslims? Europe, the time they are fighting Islam and Muslims in Muslim land, Europe is becoming Muslim. America is becoming Muslim. How many of you know there is a musalla in the White House? How many of you know there is a musalla and Jumu'ah, khutbah Jumu'ah in the Pentagon? I was invited to give khutbah in Pentagon, but I couldn't. Before 9/11. But still, up to now, the American Muslims, especially blacks, mashallah, in the military. How many of you know these things? How many of you now, every Eid, the president, it started with Clinton, invite Muslims for Hari Raya. And he feasts with them. Every president.
Why? Because
Hari Raya, because they need our votes. It's politics.
to be nice to their staff.
Yeah, there are many Muslim staff, even the staff, especially the staff. Even they call Muslim organizations to come and send their leaders to have dinner. Hari Raya, PR, so that they need them in the next election. No problem. That's wise actually. They do that for the Jews, the Hindus, but why not for Muslims? How many of you know there is stamp with Islamat Hari Raya, Eid Mubarak in America? Stamp. These are small things, but big steps. It's somehow that like we acknowledge you are here. How many of you know now that the state of New York give children a holiday in Hari Raya? This new, just in the last 2 years. Because they said we cannot give Hanukkah and Christmas and not Muslims. Because Muslims are many now. So now, you know what I mean? These things, my dear sisters and brothers, we don't see that they are spreading. And they know, they have scientists of sociology and psychology. They know where they are heading if they continue like this. Allah said, my light will preserve, will be perfect. So the ayah here is actually encouraging us. We are not as bad as the Jews and the Christians. We will never do what the Christians and Jews have done. But Allah is saying, if you have repented, it would be nice to you. But we the Muslims, we believe that 3 prophets were taken in heaven, bodily and so on. Idris alayhi salam to the 4th sky. Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, he went up and came down. And Isa alayhi salam, he will come down. I am so amazed at some Muslims who say they believe in Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he went Isra and Mi'raj, but Isa they say no. Well, Allah did it to Muhammad, why he doesn't do it to Isa? Do you believe Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam went to heavens and came down? Yes. They said yes. Okay, good. It means Allah has the power. He did it to Isa. But he's keeping him there until a certain time comes. Then he sends him. Sheikh, does that mean he's very old? No, he doesn't change because he is out of time. He's in another world where time, there is no time. So he's stored. Like pause. You know the movie is playing, I put pause. So he's still there, waiting for you to say, continue. Ya Allah. So Panasonic can create pause, but not Allah. Like where? Their problem is, the prophets didn't teach whatever the prophets taught was against their desires. Look, we follow you as long as whatever you teach us goes with our desires. If it goes against the desires, we go against you. And we start lying. This is Bani Israel. Bani Israel are like this. And wallahi, some Muslims are like this. If you say the thing they like to hear, wow, you are number 1 alim, top, everybody loves you, everybody buys you Ferrari, don't worry about it. You start telling them haram, no, riba, this, wrong. Very few people like you. Only the mu'mins will like you. Yeah. Why? Because you said something good. Your son wants to go out, let him go out. You are the best then. Tell him, no, you don't go out. Go to your room. I'm oppressed. I'm going to the UN to demand my rights. My father oppressed me because he did not let you do what you desire. And your father knows better than you. Islam is like that. Husband tell his wife not to go out. Ooh, dictator. I'm married to dictator. Pinochet. General Pinochet. He let her do whatever she wants. My husband, cool. He's cool. Takbir. This is normal. You let people do whatever they want. Oh, you're the best boss. Boss is very good. As long as he doesn't tell them why you come late, why you do this, why you do this. A boss who, mashallah, does his job, no one likes him. Hitler is coming. Get back to work. Because they know he is tough and rough and just. SubhanAllah. Mentality of Bani Israel. They thought there will be no punishment from Allah. Still Allah is giving them a chance to forgive them by repenting. Still they don't want. What does it mean they became blind and deaf?
They can't see things.
Very good. It's not they became blind, like cannot see.
Can't see the truth.
It's not, they cannot see the truth anymore. And deaf, they cannot hear. Even when you tell them, brothers, fear Allah, this is haram. Brothers, look, there is an ayah that says this thing. Here, I show it to you, brother. Maybe you never read here it is, read it. Still, he don't want to hear you. He doesn't want to see the truth. Doesn't mean they turn blind in their eyes, no. Okay. So they are disbelievers. Those who say Allah is Jesus. Now, na'udhu billah, there are a group of Christians who say God is Jesus. Jesus is God. They were saying he's his son. Now they're saying it's him. So I tell them, get along first, solve this problem, then come do da'wah to me. They win. They will never convince each other until Yawm al-Qiyamah. Arrogant people, don't be nice to them, please. And also, people who know they are wrong, which is arrogance, and they still continue. So, na'udhu billah, Allah said, these believers, those who say that Allah is the Messiah, Jesus, the Son of Mary. Na'udhu billah.
For Allah is all forgiving, most merciful.
Here is our point. Our topic is what?
Repentance.
Very good. With all what they said, and they made Allah so angry, Allah was still ready to forgive them if they asked forgiveness after what they said. Sister, did you ever say Allah is one of three? So, Allah will forgive you. Did you ever kill a prophet? Did you ever kill a prophet? The Jews did, and the Christians. And still Allah was ready to forgive them. If they asked tawbah. So alhamdulillah, more chance with us. You may have done something here and there, make tawbah, Allah will forgive you inshallah. You see the beauty of Allah? Allah is showing you, look, don't despair from my mercy, because the Jews and the Christians, with all what they have done, I was still ready to forgive them if they asked. But their problem, they were arrogant. They refused. So, alhamdulillah, Muslim, from time to time you make sin, ask Allah forgiveness, He will forgive you inshallah. Let us study
the case of another wrongdoer.
Fir'aun.
Fir'aun or Pharaoh, who claimed to be the highest lord of his people.
Okay, look at him. With all what Fir'aun did, Allah still was ready to forgive him if he followed Musa. But he insisted on killing Musa, right? May Allah curse him. He didn't say, I believe in Allah. He said, I believe in the one that the children of Israel believe in. Why don't you say Allah?
Right.
Very good. It's like you when you are angry with someone, you don't want to even mention his name. True. Before he started, remember I told you, as long as your soul doesn't come to your throat, right? Do you see that? Now, once he's drowning, what does it mean? He's in trouble. If he just said, before he hit the water, he said, okay, Musa, come back. I bear witness there is no God but Allah, and that you are messenger of Allah. May Allah forgive me. And if you want to take Bani Israel, take them. I'm Muslim, I'm going back. If he just said that, Allah may have forgiven him. But until water start entering your chest, your lungs, too late. I told you. Remember that, please. And may Allah curse him. When he was dying, he didn't say Allah. I believe in Allah. I believe in Allah. Which one is easy and short? I believe in Allah, or I believe in the one that Bani Israel believe in. While drowning. Look how much water you drank. Just by finishing the sentence. Cannot, because arrogance. And another thing, sisters and brothers, remember this. If you forget about Allah all your life, do you think you're going to remember Him at the end of your life? Thank you. But you, every day, dhikr and salawat on Rasulullah. Wallahi, when you are about to die, you will say it. Rasulullah said, you will die as you live. You will die as you live. Remember this. You die exactly as you live. You live mentioning Allah's name, you will die there. You live just liking singers, even if they become Muslim. Sinead O'Connor became Muslim. So what? Look what he said. I believe in the one that Bani Israel believed in, and I am a Muslim. Too late. Too late. You said it under water. You should have said it before the water started pouring on you. What we learn is that Allah was ready to even forgive Fir'aun if he had asked forgiveness before he drowned. The moment he was in trouble, that's it. Too late. Too late. So Allah is ready to forgive us, my dear sisters and brothers, no matter what you have done. Was there any man more cruel than Fir'aun? Alhamdulillah, Allah was ready to forgive him. He refused. He refused. Same thing for Abu Talib. Abu Talib was a good uncle to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, but he refused. He was begging him till the last second. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam was holding his hand and telling him, uncle, just say shahada. He was begging him, crying, just say it. The rest I will ask Allah, I will insist on Allah to forgive. Because the Prophet knows what does it mean shahada. Shahada is you acknowledge. Say sorry. You make mistakes, say sorry to your wife, she will say. But you still don't want to say sorry. What does it mean? Very good. Just say sorry. Do you die if you say sorry? Some men die, they die. I cannot say sorry. And to who? To his own wife. Ya Allah. His own wife. Who cared for him, who, subhanallah, raised his children, carried his babies, stuck with him. He cannot say sorry. A man who cannot say sorry to his wife is not a man, in my humble opinion. And vice versa. The woman, you made mistakes here. She says, sorry, I mean it. Not sorry. Now another war starts. With that sorry, another war starts. You mean it, you hold his hand, he holds your hand, I'm sorry. Cannot, some men have ego. Man, especially men. How can I say sorry to her? Yes, yeah. It shows you brothers, you are so angry at someone, he comes and says, sorry, brother. Here, shame on you if you don't forgive. Because he said sorry. No, wallahi, I will never forgive you. But what is this? That's the methodology of the ulama of hadith, actually. They start with ayahs, then they come with hadith. The books of hadith are full of verses. Do you know that? Imam Bukhari, when he talks about hadith, let's say in niyyah, he brings few ayahs. Then he talks about the intention. Jazakumullahu khairan. We see you inshallah next time with more knowledge about a hadith about tawbah, and then we move to the third subject inshallah. So after ikhlas comes tawbah. Because what's the evidence of your ikhlas to Allah? The tawbah. Somebody used to drink alcohol, a sister used to be very bad. Suddenly, mashallah, you see her hijab, masjid, lectures. Khalas. That's tawbah. Brother used to drink, used to be mafia. Now, mashallah, masjid, umrah, mashallah. Here is mainly akhlaq, ethic. Riyadus Salihin means gardens of righteous. That one, no. That one book of fiqh, hadith. You don't have to be righteous. You need to know your deen. Here, mainly the hadith that will make you righteous. For example, subject of ikhlas. Ikhlas goes straight with your akhlaq. Tawbah, akhlaq, honesty, amana, akhlaq. This book is mainly for akhlaq. This is a very good book. The other books we have in other classes, life. Salat, siyam, zakah, fiqh, hajj, everything. May Allah bless you. Jazakumullahu khairan. May Allah bless you, my sisters.